the power of a walled garden on today's episode.
Today's episode is brought to you by Thrive Themes, blazingly fast WordPress templates and plugins built to get more traffic, more subscribers, more clients, and more customers to you. To find out how Thrive Themes can turn your blog or website into a money-making work of art, go to servenomaster.com/Thrive Themes.
Are you tired of dealing with your boss? Do you feel underpaid and underappreciated? If you want to make it online, fire your boss and start living your retirement dreams now, then you've come to the right place. Welcome to Serve No Master Podcast, where you'll learn how to open new revenue streams and make money while you sleep. Presented live from a tropical island in the South Pacific by best-selling author Jonathan Green. Now, here's your host.
Recently, I've been a little more proactive about sending emails, especially sending fresh emails about new topics. Last week, I sent out an email about a really good promotion for a discount on stock photos. Seems silly, but it actually, when you do online marketing, I spend so much money on stock photos. I spend at least $180 a month for my photo subscription to have images to use. All the images for my blog posts, all the images for my books. I used to use my own images. It's so much work. Having really high quality stock photos increases the quality of my product and increases the customer experience, makes your experience better, which is important to me. It's critical to me. And it was kind of a unique experience because I don't send out emails about other people's stuff very often. My business model is a walled garden, and I'd like to explain to you why and why it's valuable today. The more common business model in internet marketing is the affiliate model, which is where you promote other people's products all the time. And that was my business model when I first got into internet marketing. And you can make a lot of money that way, but you shorten your relationships with people. I get approached all the time. Hey, Jonathan, I know you've got a list of customers. I know you have a really good relationship with your fan base. And I say that because I get emails every single day from readers. And I love that. If everyone who read my book would email me, I would be so happy. That's my dream. I'm not at that level yet where everyone emails me, but a lot of people do. I get an email from a new person at least every day or every 2 days. Someone who's never emailed me before, and it makes me so happy. I love that. So if you've never emailed me, please do. Jonathan at Serve No Master. Easy to figure out. First name, domain name. The reason I have my business model this way is because it allows us to have a long-term relationship. I would rather have a long relationship. I would rather have a more enduring tribe-focused mentality. And there's the Seth Godin book, Tribes, which is all about if you have 1,000 followers, you can create a good life for you and them. And a lot of people think the internet's going to fracture that way in the future to where lots of people will follow really small. I don't know if it'll ever go in that direction, but maybe. With a walled garden, it means that I don't share you with other people. I don't recommend external offers very much. The only things externally that I recommend are resources. It has to be a resource that I use. I can tell you that I bought that same promotion. It was 100 photos from Deposit Photos for $39. Normally for 100 photos, they're so expensive, it's $300. $300, so it was almost 90% off. Huge savings. To me, that's very valuable. And I'll use those. So having that resource available is good for me. It's a backup to the other source that I use because sometimes the source I use doesn't have the image I want. I am a big believer in buying resources. So when I recommended that, that's the first time I recommended something external. I thought, maybe I should talk about why I do things like this, how I choose what I share with you guys, how I choose what I recommend. And you may have noticed people actually email me a lot asking questions about other internet marketers. Yesterday, someone asked me about one of my good friends has a coaching program that's a little different than mine. And I had to say, man, look, if I tell you to buy it, he'll pay me a commission. I don't think you should buy it. You know, it lost me money, but I had to be honest. I was like, man, you don't need it. Stick to one plan. You already have a plan you're implementing. You don't need a second plan. It's distracting when you have too many voices. And people sometimes email me, ask about other programs and courses, and I'll give you my honest advice. Sometimes it is a good decision. There are some good things out there, but if you have too many messages, your odds of effectiveness go down. With how much I talk and preach about shiny object syndrome, I don't want to be guilty of doing it to you. That's why I only have a small number of courses that all kind of flow together. If you go through Words to Profit Mastery and then it flows into Video Magic, because you learn how to ghostwrite books, then you can learn how to ghostwrite those books into videos. That's a logical step. So that's why those courses flow into each other. And actually then once you start doing books, doing a podcast makes sense to grow your business. So everything is kind of logical. The one thing that's a little separate is Local Consulting Millionaire. And that's because I built that course because that was my first business. And it's actually a different direction. So it's not a primary thing I teach, but some people would rather get into the arbitrage business. So that one's a little bit of the exception. It's a little bit the stepchild of serve no master, but it's a business model that really works. It's actually a really effective way to make a lot of money quickly. It's just most of the people who follow me right now are more of a passion for content marketing or this style of marketing. But whenever I see an amazing course out there, I go, I'm going to learn all of this, get good at it, and then I'll create my own version because I want you to hear a single message. The benefit to my audience, benefit to you and anyone who listens to me is that there's not too much noise distracting you. There's not too many incorrect messages or competing messages. There are other people who teach how to write bestsellers, how to be really good as an author. And sometimes people who follow me buy one of their courses and go, wow, this course is just like yours. I go, of course it is. There's only so many ways to do it. There's only so many methods. And I've been through all those courses as well. Whenever a new course comes out, I buy it and go through it to see if there's anything I'm missing. I usually just skip to the get reviews section because I want to see if they knew a new way of getting reviews that I don't know. But this process, the way I build my business, the way I communicate with you, it's about giving you a single message so that you don't get overwhelmed. So the value to my customers is, and the value to my followers, my fans, and my tribe. And look, if you bought one of my books for 99 cents, if you took a Kindle Unlimited book, I actually get more. If my book is 99 cents, I would rather you Kindle Unlimited than buy it because I get paid more. If you buy it for 99 cents, I make about 30 to 35 cents. If you Kindle Unlimited, I make 60 cents when you read it. So please get it for free. If you take my books for free, I get paid more. Kindle Unlimited is very good to me. I love Amazon. I'm a very big fan of that program. I use it as a customer and it's great. So if you've just taken a Kindle Unlimited of my smallest of books, you're still to me a tribe member, a customer, a fan, a follower. My obligation is to give you the best experience, the best content, the best chance for success I can. That's my mindset. It's critical to me. I don't want people who follow me to slip to the wayside. I do everything I can. That's why when people join my coaching program, I message you on Skype almost every day. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? Make sure you have everything you need. How can I help you with this part? How can I help you with that part? I always try to be there. It's important to me. And even people that aren't in my coaching program, if you email me, man, I'm going to email you back. I email everyone back. First thing I'm going to do after I finish recording this is check my email. The first thing I check every morning, I check the server master email first and reply to customer emails before anything else. It's important to me to give you that amazing experience. It's important to me to have a clear message for you because it's distracting. So that's the value for you. The value for you is that there's not too many messages swirling around and you can absorb an idea. You can have enough time with an idea to absorb it and implement. If I were to I could mail offers every single day and I would make more money probably. I could mail you other people's courses. I could just mail and promote every single author course out there. Most of the other author teachers all promote each other all the time. I don't do that. I could, but I don't feel the need to do that. I don't want to do that because I don't want to lose you. I want you to be with me for the next 5 years. I don't want you to find someone else you like more. Okay, that's part of it. If you're listening to 50 author teachers, my voice becomes one of 50. The odds of you still following me are 2%. What's the point in doing that? Make a few bucks? No, I want to be with you. I want to be there when you hit that success. I want you to email me when you've got your bestseller. I love those emails. I want you to email me when you make your first $1,000, your first $10,000, your first $100,000. I love those emails. That's what I live for. I love that stuff. So the value to me is there and the value to you is there. So the value to you, of course, is single message, more likely to have success. But the value to me, well, some people would say I'm leaving money on the table because I can make money fast. I know if I emailed an offer right now, I can make a bunch of money. But it's a short-term benefit for a long-term loss. And as much as I talk about long-term, I have to implement it. I have to stick to what I say. So part of me having a walled garden is that I don't want to give you shiny object syndrome and I want to be consistent about having the long view. And here's the long view. When you have a walled garden, you have longer relationships with people. You can have a better relationship with people. You can be with them for the entire arc of their journey. My program, Earn 1K in a month, it's all free. It's a bunch of podcasts, videos, blog posts. It's all free right now on the website. Okay, you don't even have to give me your email address to go through it. If you do that, you'll make $1,000 this month. You can do it working 2 hours a day, works every time, works for 100% of the people that try it. And I give that away for free because I would rather you make money and then buy a course from me than buy a course on a credit card. Okay, those are the two choices, please. Choose the first one. I have a walled garden so that I can control your experience. So I don't have to worry about you finding other messages. So that I don't have to worry about you getting distracted. And so that I can ensure you follow a path that's best for you business-wise. Whenever I talk to someone, if you can't afford one of my courses, I always send them to a place like, hey, let me make you money first. Let's make the money, then you can afford the more expensive course. That mindset, people hear me talk about it, they go, oh, that's such a brilliant customer retention method. That's not even why I do it. Yes, once I make you money, you're going to be absolutely supremely loyal to me. That's not why I do it. It's that's not the main reason. The reason I have a walled garden is because I don't want you to hear other messages. I don't want you to hear competing messages, and I don't want you to get distracted and not have success. It's very important to me. So for me, having a walled garden, having a thing where I provide all the products, it's a lot of pressure on me. I have to constantly generate new products so I can increase my catalog, so I can have more offerings that fit more people. It's a huge undertaking to maintain a walled garden. It's a lot more work, but it improves the quality of our relationship. It improves the quality of your experience. All things that are very important to me. I want you to have as much success as possible. I want you to have the success you've always dreamed of. And so when I started Serve No Master, I sat down and I said, I could do the affiliate model again, but I don't want to anymore. I want to do something different. And that's why you'll notice I only recommend technology. I never recommend training. That's why all my reviews are for software and tools, because they help you to do what we're already doing. That's why I have a huge review of Grammarly. That's why I have a huge review of Paid Kickstart, explaining who it's for and who it's not, why I use it, why it's not for everyone. That's why the things I recommend are things, not training. So that's the difference between me and other marketers. That's the difference between my approach and other approaches. Now that we've talked about the value of building a walled garden, let's talk about implementation. Now you know why I do it. How can you do it? If you're just starting out, it's basically impossible because you need to make money fast. So the way to do it, and this is how I've done it in my other business models. For a business that teaches dating courses, this is the exact pattern that we followed to become more and more profitable. You start off with what are your traffic sources, however you're building your business, whether you're writing books or doing a blog or doing stuff on Facebook, and you start to build your audience, and you start off as an affiliate. I do think that's where you should start in the beginning. And you recommend different courses and products. You see what people react to. What things that I recommend do people actually buy? That's the key. What things does your audience respond to? So you can start off, and whether you're doing clothes or whether you're doing dog training, it doesn't matter. And you recommend other people's courses, products, services. And then you see what is the most effective. And let's go outside the box here, because I've gotten a few questions recently about fashion. So fashion is fun, but boy, does it not pay. It's really hard to get a good commission for recommending something physical because the cost is so high. The overhead on a physical item is quite high. If a store is selling a dress for $100, they probably paid $50 for it, right? They pay half and then they double it. Whatever the retail price, it's usually double the wholesale price, right? I think that's the model. So it's a $100 dress. They paid $50 for it. Then they have the cost of warehousing it, the cost of shipping it, other things. So they can only afford to give you a piece of that $50, and they can probably only pay you like a $10 commission. It's gonna be 10 or less probably. It's probably gonna be 10 or less dollars. So you get 10% of the action. Whereas if you promote a digital product, sometimes they'll pay you 75%. Huge difference, 7.5 times more, 7.5 times more, not 0.5. Oh no, that's the same, yeah. So on $100 for a digital course, you'll get paid 75. But let's talk about clothes. To get into the clothes game, and what a lot of women do right now is they start Instagram channels, they take pictures of themselves wearing great outfits, and then all the things they're wearing, you can click on, go, oh, I like that dress, where can I buy it? And you send them to the link. That's phase one. If you wanna get to the next level, you figure out what people like. Go, oh my gosh, people only like when I do summer dresses. There's a lady from Texas who's gotten quite successful. She started doing socks. She only sells socks. She started off showing all these socks and having really popular pictures on Instagram and Facebook of her socks. And she makes her own socks, which means that she makes a huge amount of money. She's making millions and millions of dollars. Went on television a few times. That's why I know about it. I'm a sock expert. So you start off wearing all these things. You find, hey, people respond the most to my shoes. Well, you can get into the shoe game. You can move from affiliate to drop shipper, which is where someone buys a shoe from you, from your website directly. You then buy it from a manufacturer who ships it straight to the customer. That's what drop shipping is. So for physical stuff, that's how you move from affiliate to drop shipping, which is also sometimes called white labeling. That's where you put your name on someone else's product, but you pay them a fee for the right to do it. It's not quite licensing because you're actually doing their actual item, but it's the same idea. When you're drop shipping, you now make, instead of making $10 per dress, you're gonna make around 50. That's when you start to make the real money. See the difference? This is when you move into a walled garden. Then you get to the point where you only recommend stuff made by you. Why do you think shoe companies make clothes? Do you think they make the best clothes in the world? Of course not. It's that they can get you into that brand. So once people like you, they'll just buy stuff from you. So if they like Sally dresses, they're only gonna buy Sally dresses. You become a brand. You become more than just a recommender, you become the provider. And once you take over that second step in the process, you can begin to create your own walled garden. So now, not only are you recommending things, but you're also providing them. Here's why. When someone goes to another source that you recommend, that source keeps their email address and begins emailing them. So let's say you sell a dress from Target. You send them to the Target website for this great dress. It's $17, great deal. They buy it. Target then will send them an email every couple of days with other similar dresses for them to buy. And you don't get a commission on those. See, when I sent out that email last week about the photo offer, I knew the risk because now anyone who bought that offer is on the AppSumo list. And AppSumo has a new offer every week or two. And they're going to get emailed about those offers. And there's no reward for me for those. There's no commission. And in fact, AppSumo doesn't pay. It's not a very good affiliate program anyways. I wouldn't have promoted it for the money. I promoted it for the offer because I actually bought it. I only recommend things that I actually use, buy. So it's after that first communication, the two people you've introduced, your customer or your follower and the business, they start communicating without you. They cut you out. They cut out the middleman. That's why when you transition to walled garden, that stops happening. If I sell a course for $297, okay? First of all, I love it when someone buys my course. My course that cost that much took me 3 months to put together. Huge amount of work. Huge course. Really powerful. I don't have to share that commission. I don't have to share that money with anyone else. I don't have to give it to anyone else. I can use that money to then build my next course. I don't have to worry that, oh no, I made $300 today, but I'm going to lose this relationship because now they're going to buy stuff from this other person. Now they're going to get interested in this other message. So as you're building your business, as you're building your fashion business, your fashion website, switching to drop shipping simply means you control the relationship with the customer. You can still sell the exact same clothes. You can even drop ship from who you used to recommend. You could say, hey, order it from me, and they send you the money. Let's say it's a $20 dress. I don't recommend doing this. This is a little more complicated than you need to do, but you can do, this is like intro to drop shipping idea. So you could say, send me $20. I send you the $20. Then you order the dress from Target yourself through your link, and then you send them the dress. It's too complicated doing that way, but that's the idea of drop shipping, right? It's much better for you to go to the wholesaler and buy it for 10, and that way you make more money. But even then, you still make the affiliate commission and you control the relationship. Inboxes are inundated with messages. I used to have an email address that was my business email, Jonathan Organic Consulting Solutions. That used to be my cool name. It's so long, no one can spell it. I still can't use that email address. I haven't actively used it in 6 years because I got on too many marketing lists. There are people, a couple of them I might see this week in person, who will not let you off their list. You can unsubscribe as much as you want, but they just won't let you off. It's illegal, but they still do it. And you end up on spam lists and all these things. And so you have to actively fight against garbage emails or marketing emails. So even if the only message that you want to read is the one from me, if you get 50 marketing messages a day, you might not see the one from me. I sent an email a couple of days ago that not that many people responded to. My first thought wasn't, oh my gosh, no one loves me anymore. My first thought was, oh man, I bet they're getting too many emails. I get there's too much distraction, there's too much noise from the competition, from other people competing for your attention. It's a gift to your followers and to your audience to not inundate them with messages from strangers, to help them have a clear message from you. So with your fashion website, you're not just making more money, you're also giving a better experience because they won't be overwhelmed with information. They won't be distracted by all the noise. That's what's important. Letting people have a good experience, letting people have a good chance of success is absolutely critical. That's how you go from good to great. That's how you go from a business to a real business. I shouldn't have said that. That's how you go from entrepreneur to business. When you look at the way I've structured Serve No Master, it's different than how I structured businesses in the past. Here's why. I could sell the entire business right now. Hypothetically, I wouldn't. I'm not at that point, but at some point I might be. In 10 years, I might want to retire. If I go blind or if my voice blows out, then I'll probably want to retire, okay? I'd like to have that option. I'd want to sell the business. It would still have all the same content. It would just be someone else running it, selling my courses, selling my training, using my information. But that's why it's not the Jonathan Green show. It's about the message more than just me. It's not something I want to do, but if you had parents who owned a business and then when they realized they couldn't sell it at the retirement phase, I don't want that to be in that position. I want something that either my children can take over or that I can retire from or I can sell when the time comes. And so this business is structured in that way. If you have a business, you go, oh yeah, we make all our money promoting other people's products. The sale value of your business is far lower. If you say, oh, everything we sell is internal, then the value of your business is much higher. So think about these elements when it comes to your business. Think about how you're going to deal with the future, how you're going to deal with it if you ever want to retire. Most people don't think about that when they start a business. They only think about it towards the end, and that's a mistake. So think about how you want your journey to end now and start putting things in place. This is why my business is a walled garden. This is why even when people offer me a lot of money, okay? People offer me thousands of dollars for access to this list, and I don't sell it. I don't sell your email address. I don't give people access to it. I don't promote stuff that I don't use. Even when people give me demo software, if I don't have enough time to really use it and be sure that I like it, and if it doesn't become a part of my business, I don't recommend it. I don't care. I don't care about how much money I'm leaving on the table. It doesn't matter to me. I'm in this for the long haul, and I see the future. The future is that we'll have a long-term relationship. The future that if I need to retire, I can. The future is that if I need to pass it on to my children, I can. So those are 3 more benefits to the walled garden. So even if you start off with a fashion Instagram account, you can move into a real business that eventually you could sell. And always think about that, because that's the end game of any business. That's the ability to sell it puts you in a much stronger position. So think about these things. Think about turning your business into a walled garden over time. Even if you start out as an affiliate, once you find out what people want, then you make your own versions, or then you white label a version. And that's the future. So build your own walled garden, and your future becomes secure.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Serve No Master. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss another episode. We'll be back tomorrow with more tips and tactics on how to escape that rat race. Head over to servenomaster.com/podcasts now for your chance to win a free copy of Jonathan's bestseller, Serve No Master. All you have to do is leave a 5-star review of this podcast. See you tomorrow.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Serve No Master podcast. To find out how you can get a free copy of my new book, head over to servenomaster.com/podcasts right now.